Say hello, Stingrays.
Hello, Stingrays.
Yes. Today should we talk about integers again?
Integers.
Yes. And where do integers live? Say a number line. Say it louder.
Number line.
Yes, they live on a number line. Very good. And we have to keep track how far integers are from home, and we're going to call that absolute value. Can you say absolute value?
The absolute value.
That's pretty good. Okay, say bye to the Stingrays.
Bye, Stingrays.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, Cougars. Hello, Cougars. Let's take a look today at integers, number lines, and absolute value if we get to it. We've been talking a little bit about integers lately, and we know that integers are positive and negative numbers. Well, we need to, what would really be helpful for us to understand integers a little bit better is to understand their home, where they live, okay? Numbers, all integers, fall somewhere on a number line. Okay, our positive numbers, our positive integers, which are numbers that are greater than 0, are all on the right. Okay, so all of our positive integers are on the right. And when I say on the right, I mean right of 0. 0 is kind of our home base here. Okay, and then that's our reference point. And all of our negative numbers, they go on our left. They're left, to the left. They're to the left of 0, or they're less than 0. So, and they are on the left. Okay, they are less than 0, and positive numbers are more than 0. Okay, let's take a look at some examples. Let's say, for example, let's just go right to the number line right there. Okay, that blue dot you should all be able to see. That blue dot, does anyone guess where that is? Well, what's its home on the number line? Well, if 0 is our home base, we would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the blue dot is a positive 5, and we could put a plus 5 here, but usually we know that if a number or integer does not have a positive or negative sign connected to it, we assume, the rule is that it's a positive number. If it has a negative in front of it, then of course it's negative. Let's take a look at another number. Let's go out here. Okay, this number is at an odd spot. We would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'd keep going, 6, but it's not quite 7. 7 would be over here. It's somewhere between 6 and 7, so we would say that's what? That's positive 6 and a half. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Let's change things up a little bit. Let's go over here. Right about here. Okay. This green dot represents, well, it's to the left of 0 or less than 0, so we'd go 1, 2, 3. It's 3 to the left, so it is negative 3. And if I go out here somewhere, well, we know we have 1 space from the 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and it's somewhere half between 9 and 10, so we would say that's negative 9 and a half. We could also, though, express that as negative 9.5. So here's our number line. Our number line is kind of the home of all integers. We know that our negative numbers are on the left and our positive numbers are on the right, or our positive numbers are greater than 0, our negative numbers are less than 0. And there's one other thing that we should introduce here. Let's take a moment just to talk about absolute value. When we deal with integers, what we do is we'll take a number, let's say for example, let's take -3. And if we want to find the absolute value of it, we would just put a line in front of it and a line behind it like that. And see what the absolute value is asking. It's asking how far is this integer from 0, or home base. Okay, -3, which is right here. Okay, it's right there's that green dot. It's 1, 2, 3 spaces, or units from 0. So we would say its absolute value is 3. So even though it's a negative number, it has an absolute value of 3 because we're just measuring how many units it is from 0, how far it is from home base. And if we wanted to find the absolute value of -9.5, once again, we would put this symbol here, a line in front, a line behind. That means the absolute value. What's the absolute value of 9.5? Well, we would continue. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and kind of 9.5. Okay, which is 9.5. Once again, even though we're finding the absolute value of a negative number, its answer is always going to be a positive. When you try to find the absolute value of anything, it's always going to be positive. For example, and if we go over here and do the same thing with 5, what's the absolute value of 5? We would simply count, well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 units away from 0, or home base, which is 5. And if we want to know what the absolute value of 6.5 is, and we can even put a fraction in here, it doesn't matter. Okay, it would still be, we don't even need to count out, but we will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5. It's not quite 7. It's 6.5. Your value for an absolute number is always going to be a positive because we're just counting the number of units that a specific point is, or number, or integer is, from 0. And that pretty much says it all with integers. Okay, just remember, positive numbers are on the right, they're greater than 0. Negative numbers are on the left, they're less than 0. That's how we find their home on the number line, and the absolute value is simply asking how far is that integer from 0. That's pretty much it. Let's practice some problems together.